Hey kids, it's me, Toni Flame. I've returned from Transylvania. Yes, that's right. I've taken over Toni Homeperm's channel. That bottle blonde can go take a hike. I'm here to show you how I do my fabulous, gorgeous makeup. Now, of course, I have to admit, it is inspired by my sister, Alexis Flame. But of course, I do it better. Now, because her lawyers had me over a barrel, I have to use her naughty or nice palette. Ugh, I tell you, her lawyers, they're so vicious. Ugh. So anyway, this is the palette. Now I'm sure you've seen tons of videos on Toni Homeperm's channel showing it off. So I'm not going to go through that all over again, okay? There it is. This is the palette. This is what you get. Of course, I didn't pay for mine. I came over and she just had it lying around, so I grabbed one. What can I tell you? I got a lot of things to do today, kids. I've got places to go, people to see, husbands to steal. So, stick around. We're gonna roll the camera back in time, and I'm going to show you how I became me, Toni Flame. And we're back, ready to start. So I did my base foundation. I went with a color that's a little bit darker than I normally use, although I have used it for regular looks, but usually only on the perimeter of the face. This time I just put it over the whole face and did some highlighting. Of course, glued the eyebrows down. I did new, very dark black eyebrows. Thin, not quite as thin as what Alexis does, just because I just didn't. I can't get them quite that thin, but it's okay. And I used Horror Diva, the black, to do the brows. So there you go. I will put up a reference picture of Alexis just so you can see the kind of look that I'm going for. It's the look that generally Alexis always does with her makeup. That's how she likes to do it. And I am going to try and replicate it as best as I can with the Naughty or Nice palette, our palette that we collaborated on. Modifying it, of course, for my face, because even though two people may do the same exact style, it's not going to always look the same because our faces are different. You know, different bone structure, eye spacing, and all these things. And so, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and get as close to a look as what she does on me. Okay, so we're going to start by putting some white, the white of Chiller. Oh, shame on me. I didn't prime. Let me prime. Hold on. Okay, I took care of priming the eyelids. I always like to prime. I think I have to just, oops, wrong brush. That would have not been good. Just gotta blend out some of this primer because my horrible hooded eyes, everything creases. Don't get old, kids. That's my best advice for you. Just don't get old. But there you go. So we're going to set some white along the top. And I'm going to use a Kaleidos packing brush for that. I don't know what kind of brushes Alexis uses. Be interesting to do a video and question her on her technique. Now, she's actually given me a lot of makeup advice from when I first started because, oh my Lord, when I first started, my makeup was atrocious. Atrocious. My God, it was so bad. That white looks great, by the way. This is the color Chiller, the bright white from our palette. I love it. So yes, my makeup when I first started doing drag, it was bad. It was bad. I looked at a picture of one of the first things I did where I did my makeup myself, and I thought I looked so good. And now I look at it now and I'm like, I looked like a Klingon. I looked like one of the Klingon sisters from Star Trek The Next Generation. What were their names? Lursa and Bator, I think. Oh my Lord, it was hideous. Hideous. I can't believe it when I think about it now. So, but yeah, Alexis gave me a lot of advice, on things that I tried and incorporated into my own look. Of course, I tend to be more experimental, especially because I'm doing these videos, so I can't do the same look every time because it would be boring for you. It would certainly be boring for me. Although when I'm performing, I tend to do, I have a kind of a standard look that I do. Okay, that's good. We got that white set down. We can always keep going back in. And I'm going to look at the picture again. Okay. So basically her look is to have like the red on the inside, and it blends out into the black, and a very white lid. That's one thing she told me about doing the very bright white lid, so that this way when you're on stage and when you blink and you have that super bright white eyelid, it's blinding, it's show stopping. So that is that's something that I did learn from her. Okay, so now, let's go in with a different brush, and we're going to take the red of Flame, and we're going to work that into the inner corner. Wow, look how pigmented that is. What a great red that is. I'm very happy with it. I'm so happy with this palette. I really am. Okay, and now we're going to go into the black. I don't want it to go on too heavy at first. As I said, this is a black that's buildable. It's not like it's going to go on and it's so black right away that it's like you put it on and then it's like, oh no, I've ruined the look because it's all black now. So it is a blendable black. And okay, I don't think this is something Alexis would do, but I'm just going to take a pointier brush. It's like a liner brush, and I'm just going to draw a hard edge. I think that'll be easier for me. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. This way I just have a reference point. It will make it easier for me in the long run. Now, actually, Alexis said what worked best for her was to use a sponge tip applicator to apply the black. So bear with me a sec while I'm going to see if I have a sponge tip applicator. Hold on. Aha! I did have a sponge tip applicator in, in an old Rimmel palette. So there you go. If you really want to build the black up very intensely, cheap little sponge tip applicator. And then you can just take a fluffier brush to blend it out. Going to go back in with some more of Flame, especially up here. Trying to get that blend. Okay, I am pretty happy with that. I'm going to do the same on the other side and cut my crease, and we'll be right back after that. Stay tuned. Okay, and we are back. I blended everything out, and I cut my crease with my ColourPop concealer in 00. It's like a super bright white. I love it. It's great. It's great for when you want a really bright white lid. It gives you a great base. So now, of course, we're going to go in with the color Chiller, this very bright white, over where we cut the crease. Because one thing that Alexis taught me is that having that super, super bright white lid, it does make for an event every time you blink. So even if you don't use a shimmer or anything like that on top of it, which sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just leave it that very super bright white matte, and you get a great effect from doing that. And there you can see it. You can see the difference from side to side. It really pops. So that's what we want. And let's do the same exact thing on the other side. So I am turning myself into Alexis's fictional sister, Toni Flame. They have a sort of a Betty Davis, Joan Crawford relationship. Toni Flame is the younger sister who she wants everything that Alexis has. So her backstory is that she claims to have stolen Alexis's ex-husband Vlad, aka Count Dracula. And Alexis, her story is that when she found out Toni Flame was fooling around with Vlad, she said you can have him, and she had her lawyers take Vlad for everything that he was worth. So that's the tale of the two Flame sisters. Now, the first time I did this, which was last Halloween, she had no clue this was coming, and she was she was very surprised, and she hates surprises. So I was taking my life in my hands, just so you know. So, but she knows about it this time. There's no surprising her. So I'm actually turning myself into her sister once again for a new show that we're doing together called a Horror Diva. This is a character, well, not really a character, but it's a persona that Alexis has played throughout the years, sort of like a horror movie, supernatural entity that would. The Horror Diva is supposed to be like a supernatural entity, and she would host movies on TV and things like that. I think you know the type of character I'm referring to, but I don't want to say the name of the other ones for fear of legal repercussions. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so our white looks very good. I think we're just going to touch it up a little bit more at the top as well. It's not as intense at the top because I didn't have the white base, but that's okay. Okay, so now I need to do a very heavy black liner around top and bottom, and we'll be right back after that. And we're back. Now I did my liner. I did black NYIIice. I think this is a gel eyeliner. What is it? NYIIice liner stick. Epic Wear liner stick in black. So I did that for the waterline, and I also tight lined with it. Oh, I hate tight lining, but sometimes it really does give you such a great effect. And mascara. So like I said, the liner, black in the waterline, tight lined on top, and my mascara. I don't have my false eyelashes on yet. We're going to contour, do our lip, and there's not much more than that. Let me come back after the contouring and highlighting, and we'll decide what lip we're going to do. Okay, stick around. Okay, Toni Flame is coming alive. So I did some heavy contouring and highlighting, and oh, I didn't set. Only set. Just using a Wet n Wild setting spray. Always good to set the makeup with a setting spray. It sort of melds everything, melds those powders down. Okay. Put some lip balm down. I always put a lip balm down because I always use a liquid lipstick. I don't like to use bullet lipstick because for me, I find they don't last. I like to do a liquid lipstick all the time because it dries down and it doesn't fade. So that's why I like a bullet lipstick. So now for the lip. Now Alexis usually doesn't do like blood red. It's usually sort of a dark rose, I think. I'm not exactly sure what color she uses, but I'm gonna do NYIIice The liquid suede and black cherry. That's what I'm feeling. But I am going to outline in black. I'm using this gel eyeliner again because she does usually do her lips with like a darker outline. So we're going to follow suit for Toni Flame. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to, dropping everything. I don't have to fill it in. What did I drop? Oh, just the mascara. Okay, so now let's go in with this NYIiiiice. I think this is the color Black Cherry. I usually don't do my lips on camera, so doing something different. There we have the lips. Well, there really isn't anything else as far as the makeup for me to do, except for contacts and eyelashes, and I can put the look together, and we'll be ready to go. So prepare yourselves. I don't know what will happen when she takes over the Toni Homeperm channel. Of course, I am talking about Toni Flame. This may be the last time you ever get to see Toni Homeperm on her own channel. I don't know. I don't know what will happen. But stay tuned. Well, hello. It's me, Toni Flame. Yes, I have returned from Transylvania. And here I am with my finished look. Tell me what you all think. I think I look great. So, what did I do to finish this look? Well, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little mascara, and a little lip gloss. And she's ready to go. So what do I think of the Naughty or Nice palette? Well, I could think of one improvement. You know, if my picture was on the cover, then of course it would be a bestseller, like my book. But all right, in all fairness, and because I'll get sued by our lawyers if I don't say something nice, I do have to admit, my sister and that bottle blonde, they did a pretty good job, okay? I'll admit it. So, the Naughty or Nice palette. Is it drag-worthy? Is it Toni Flame approved? Well, I guess I have to say it is. Otherwise, Alexis's lawyers will sue me. Ugh. Her lawyers are bloodsuckers. They're draining my husband Vlad dry with all her alimony demands. You think she could just get herself another husband, for crying out loud? But it's a good eyeshadow palette. There, are you happy now, sis? Well, since I took over the channel, I guess I have to say what I'm legally contracted to. If you like this video, then please hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more videos from that bottle blonde bimbo, then of course, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And of course, You can see it 2 times a month with my sister, Alexis Flame, the horror diva, on that naughtier nice show that they do. Oh, and then there's that show that the bottle blonde Toni Homeperm does with that other crazy one, Tom Cat. You know, that God'll get you for that, Walter. They watch episodes of Maud, and they talk about it for an hour. Are you kidding me? What's up with that? Oh, but yeah, you know, give it a listen. So, that's all I have to say about the naughtier, nice palette, kids. I mean, she'll probably leave the information if you want to order one of your own down below in the comments. Of course, she doesn't know that I just took one of the ones that she had laying around. Like I'm gonna pay for this thing? Oh, I think I have to go prepare dinner for Vlad or something, so until the next time, kids, I'll see you around. Maybe before the next Halloween. In the words of my sister, Alexis Flame, naughty nightmares. Bye-bye. Hello?
So any of the bitches that are under the misconception that doing drag is still, what's that word? Oh, yes, fun. They are cordially invited to kiss my mother. How's my younger, bigger sister?
Oh, she's wonderful, just let me tell you.
Oh, I'm so glad that she did. Oh, I've been waiting all day to see her.
I know. I heard.
Oh, I really have.
I heard she's just dying to see you again. She's like so looking forward to the Flame family reunion.
She